Good morning and good afternoon, everybody, irrespective of the country you're watching this live session. Welcome to H&H Global Education. H&H Global Education is a global platform for international students. We guide and help students from all over the world to the respective UK institutes. We work with more than 40 UK institutes in the UK. As part of our daily live session, we have invited one of our another partner, study group, University UK Regional Manager, Irina will be joining with us. We're going to discuss about the entry requirements of different courses available throughout the different partners. Along with that, we're going to discuss about the COVID-19 situation, the upcoming September 2020 and January 2021 session. So let's start the session and welcoming to my colleague, Irina. Hi, Irina. Good morning.
Morning, Milton. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me today. It's great to be here.
Yeah, welcome to H&H Global Education virtual counseling session. So let me explain you the structure of this session. So we're going to discuss about our different partner universities, the entry requirements, the IELTS requirements, the scholarship available to the students for upcoming sessions. Along with that, we're gonna add one of my Indian team manager from Ahmedabad. So he will be joining with us shortly now. And and at the same time, we're gonna ask our viewers and respective prospective students for any questions they're gonna ask. And we're gonna question each of them. So at the beginning, I want to welcome you, and I need your welcoming speech, please.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. So as you already said, my name is Irina Suri. I have been working for Study Group for close to 10 years. And Study Group is the leader in the pathway provider, providing the programs. So we offer foundation programs. We do international year one and the pre-master programs. And we also do direct programs in different countries other than the UK. So in the UK, we specialize in providing foundation programs, year ones and pre-master. But we also do direct bachelor and master, for instance, in Australia and North Americas. We have been on the market for 25 years now. And as you can agree, we hold the biggest portfolio of various universities. And among these are the highest ranked ones as well. Okay, around the all the pathway providers.
Okay, let me take on board my Indian team, Mr. Subhash Adak. Hi, Subhash.
Hi.
Good
morning.
How are you? Morning.
Yeah, so Subhash actually dealing with our Indian office based in Ahmedabad. So it started recently, basically, but we're expecting a good number of students from upcoming intakes as well.
Fantastic.
Yes, sure.
So Subhash, this is Irina, the regional manager for Study Group. And under the Study Group, we have several universities, not in the UK, along with other countries as well, USA and Canada, Ireland as well, okay?
Okay.
So Irina, so let's, in terms of the session, we can start discussing from Bellavis College. So if you can start with the Bellavis College to our prospective students who want to study.
Absolutely. So Bellavis College is the name, as you can hear, name is the college. However, is the same institution like any pathway provider that does GCSE programs, And we start from GCSE, we go into A-levels or a foundation, and obviously year ones and the pre-master. We are based in London and Brighton, so we have two locations for that college. And the Brighton school is sort of set up as a kind of boarding school. So for very small kids, year 13 and year 14, when they start their education, they come to Bellavis. We have been ranked top 36 among 3,000 schools, boarding schools out there. So this is very highly ranked. We provide extremely flexible education that takes you also not only to every university in the UK, but also to Oxford and Cambridge. We do run the specific preparation for these programs as well. We have medical programs, so we do something specific called Elite Medics for students who are interested in medicine and these degrees. And it's a very, very sort of a given way to enter to any university. So if a student, for instance, is not yet sure that they want to go to a university A or B, they can always choose Bellaby's for that, because it's not limited with their choices. So we guarantee the degree outcomes the best that they are out there through Bellaby's, obviously. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in terms of the entry requirements, what do you think? What are the entry requirements for our prospective students from South Asia and other markets?
Mm-hmm. So that obviously varies on for the programs. Yeah. So if you're looking for entry into the foundation year, so the students minimum have to be 16.5 years, right? The course of a foundation program lasts usually 3 or 3.5 terms, and they need to be having an IELTS or equivalent of that 4.5. That's usually foundation level, like. Yeah.
Okay. And I think one of the other good prospect for at Bellaby College, that if any students has a lower grade, they can go for pre-foundation program, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So if somebody is missing, something academically or English-wise, yeah, pre-foundation would be a perfect option. Students need to be at least 18. Yeah. So there are pre-foundation 18 plus. There are 2 programs actually that they are broken down. So one is the pre-foundation for very young students who are under 16 years old, so 15.5. And the IELTS there is actually lower one, so 3.5 is the requirement. And for pre-foundation 18 plus, there is also a program there which only has 2 terms. Students need to have IELTS of 4. So, the regular IELTS which you would normally get for a visa. But that's it's a proper preparation for somebody who is missing something, less in IELTS maybe, or maybe something in the academic entry.
Okay. And one of the questions actually we are getting from the students' parents and relatives as well, that because these are the students who are some are under 18 and some are very young age when they're coming for foundation at Bellaby's. So what sort of special arrangement the Bellaby's has for this type of students,
Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, the setup is like, for instance, Bellaby's Brighton is our biggest campus, and the setup is like a boarding school. So it's very, very secure. It's a very great location. So you have it's very close to city center or the station. Inside the campus, you've got all the gates, yes, so you can't just enter as you like. So everybody has a lanyard, and it's very safe and secure. So you have to report to reception. Students we provide our classes sort of with smaller groups. Yeah, that's because we want to give the best possible attention to each and every student. So our classes would be between 15 to 20 to 25 students as a maximum. Not like, when you go to the proper university, you have 100 and plus in one room. So we sort of all of these students have access to personal tutors and teachers, like you probably won't be able to do at the proper university. Yeah. So lots of personal attention, I think. Very, very secure. Accommodation is on campus, as you're saying, especially for these young students. It's literally next door after the canteen. So it's all in one place. Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be scared sort of to go out there, but it's all on the campus itself.
Okay, so prospective students and their parents, just to rest assured that Bellaby's programs are I think is for students who are coming for under 18 or even at a young age, like 18 or 19 years of age, they are well being taken care of. Along with that, the full accommodation has been provided to the prospective students, and strict, I think the number of students allowed in a class is 25 to 27, which is, I think, is quite a standard, so that students have a good interaction to the teachers as well. Because at this age, students are more, more vulnerable in terms of learning things. So if the teacher has a good interactions with their prospectives, with the students, then they can grow up quickly as well. And in terms of the reputation wise, if you can say something about Bellaby's in terms of how do you feel how the college has a reputation in particularly in the part of South Asia and Middle East market?
I didn't get the question. As in, how well is it known, or what are you asking?
Some students ask because at this stage,
yeah.
Yes.
So it's, as I'm saying, the Bellaby's has a very, very good ranking. Yeah. So to be top 30 out of 3,000 schools, you can imagine. Yeah. So we, our students are sort of whoever is coming from Bellaby's. It's can't say that it's a guaranteed progression, but it's almost there. So, you know, across all our centers, our progression rate are between 86 to 95% across all. We are universally there. So we put a lots of effort on the progression for the students. That's why, you know, anyone that, you know, sort of goes to other GCSE or A-level or foundation program with us, they're sort of most definitely to progress to their choice and chosen university. So the ranking of the university is really, really well known. The name of the Belabys is really well known here in the UK, and students should be assured that once they pass the Belabys school, they will be able to get any degree they like. Yeah, it all depends obviously on how much effort they put, how much study they do, and if they are sort of going by that requirements wise, and if they study and if they attend everything, there is nothing that will stop them to progress anywhere, literally anywhere.
Okay, so there's a good progression in terms of the universities. It's in terms of the students who want to progress from foundation to bachelor's and the other part of the courses. So it's in terms of the progression wise, it has a very good reputation that you want to say, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And it generally, you know, Belabys, you know, it's like, you know, if you go and send your kid for GCSEs and the children are only, you know, 14 years old, yeah, 14, 16, that's what you do, 11 year 12 with us. But after A-levels, they go to Cambridge, they go to Oxford, they go to any Russell Group university. So it's something that is out there, and the students know that, and they do progress to, you know, medicine, to arts, to any degree possible. And, you know, you can't go higher than these universities, really. Yeah, so it is very well acknowledged, I would say.
Okay, so prospective students, if you want to study to Belabys, feel free to send your qualifications to us. And and also as the live session going through, if you have any questions in mind, please feel free to ask our questions to our YouTube channel. Also, our Facebook Messenger is open, and during the live session, there's a link over there. And on the bottom of the link, you can send your questions. If you want to send emails, our email is on the screen, info@hhglobal.edu.co.uk, and our WhatsApp number is open as well. And if you want to send any questions through WhatsApp, feel free to do so. Let's move on to our next partner, is University of Aberdeen. And if you can say something about Aberdeen as well, please.
So we have launched Aberdeen recently. Yeah, so it has been our, I think, brilliant addition that we do. And because we didn't used to have medical programs as such, and now we do. So University of Aberdeen, obviously, as you know, it's a high rank university. It's a fantastic university in Scotland, one of the oldest one, I would say. And it's a fantastic university to be at. So what we've launched there is basically the foundation program leading into medicine. I don't think there are many programs out there that they do that, or many universities, because they don't. And it's, as you know, it's really hard to get into medicine. So with University of Aberdeen, we have done that. So we have the pathway to medicine. You start your foundation year for 1 year, obviously, yeah. There are 3 terms program, which is foundation, and then you have 3 years of bachelor. And then what is also incorporated in that program is the 2 years of practical experience, which is taking place in Sri Lanka. So it's sort of to get this basic medical degree. That's a 5-year route sort of to start with, because, you know, if you do want to be a surgeon or a dentist, a specialist, so you'll have to add a little bit more years to this. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yes, I was in the inauguration session of a study group when you started with Aberdeen program, and one of the key point for study group Aberdeen Center is the medical, and because I think there's no foundation provider who provides foundation in medicine. I think study group to do so. So a lot of interests are coming into that, and secondary thing is that in terms of the another particular aspect that some students wants to do is it is a Scottish qualification they're getting. I think in terms of the qualification end, it is a total 4 years qualification, including foundation, or 5 years qualification, including foundation.
No, so it's regular 4, yeah. So 4, but because you have, it will be 6 in total, yeah. So you have foundation year, then 3 years of bachelor, and 2 years of practical experience, yeah. So it's all together to get that the basic medical degree.
Medical degree. And in terms of the qualifications, I think it has altogether 5 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 year foundation and 4 years bachelor degree leading to that.
Yeah.
Okay, and along with that, I think you have international. Is there any international year 1 for students who has higher grades at Aberdeen?
So not in Aberdeen, yeah. So Aberdeen does not do. We do the pre-master, yeah, but we
Yeah.
don't do international year 1 in Aberdeen.
Okay, I think there is international year 2 instead of international year 1.
International year 2, that's correct. So you can start and you can go to year 2. Good point. Thank you for that. Yeah, so there is a faster sort of getting in onto the program. So you can start and you can progress to year 2 straight away without year 1 in between. Absolutely.
Okay, now as what I actually forgot to discuss about the scholarship options for Belarus. So you can.
So we do. Yes, we do have scholarships for every center actually available. And for Belarus, there are different amounts. So if you are looking for A-level programs, so that will be a percentage-wise. So like, 10%, 20%, 30%. And if you're looking for foundation program, it will be sort of the amounts, and they range between 1,000 up to I believe 6,000. Yeah. But then it also depends. We always give them academically based.
Yeah.
So student has to have strong background, preferably altogether, English and academic side of it. And you'll just have to apply. Once you apply, and just apply for the scholarship together, provide the justification why you need it, why is it required, and etc.
Okay. So students who want to study at Belarus, we have scholarship available up to 1,000 to 6,000, depending on your previous academic background and the score you scored. So academically, if you are eligible, you can get up to £6,000 scholarship. And it is first come, first serve basis. So any international students who want to study for next available session, feel free to send your documents to us. Now, in terms of Aberdeen, what will be the scholarship situation in that case?
Scholarship will be the same, yeah. So there are ranges between 1,500 and maximum 4,000. That's across all centers with IACs.
Yeah.
So it's again based on academic performance, and that's how when you apply, you should just request it, yeah, and see if you can be given that.
Okay, so up to 4,000.
But remember, no scholarships actually Aberdeen talking here, because they do have other pathways, life sciences and everything else. So for pure medicine and medical pathways, there is no scholarship available. Yeah, it's across, I think everyone, if you have dental programs or you have medical programs, you are not getting scholarships for that, I'm afraid. Yeah, so any other program really.
Okay. So students who want to study medical science, keep in mind that Aberdeen, I think all the medical science and life science programs, the scholarships are restricted because of the high demand, and also particularly is a very high costly course. The students scholarships are not being given, and I think the places are also limited in terms of the
places for medicine are always limited. Yes, so there are only a few places that we have globally, up to 10 places, and they are already, just to say, students who are enrolling for this intake, they are already gone. And some of them are not even getting for 2021 already, because they're all filled up already. So the students have confirmed their places, they want to progress. So it's very, very limited places. And as you said, there is no foundation provider that actually does that way. So it's very, very popular.
Yes. So it's a very, very popular. If any students who are expecting to get enrolled for medicine course at Aberdeen Center for next available intake, which is I think after January, there will be another session in September, if I'm not wrong. So then
they just need to get in early, really early. They need to get in.
Possible. Okay. Now, in terms of the other centers, we can discuss about one of the. I think let's go for the popular centers that majority of students want to study from South Asia and other part of the world, like University of Huddersfield ISC. So Huddersfield International Study Center, I think this is one of the centers which provides joint cast letter for international students. So it is
yes.
And if you can say something about Huddersfield as well, please.
Yeah, so Huddersfield University obviously is very popular choice for students. We offer foundation there. We offer international year 1. We offer pre-master. So basically, all the centers, all the programs are offered. Yeah, it's not for every center we work with. So we have 18 centers in the UK. if you look at IACs, and not all of them have all the programs. So foundation is across, but otherwise year one or pre-master is added to just some, depending on the agreements we've got and whatever we are promoting. So for Huddersfield, indeed, they do joint cast. So one of the centers that they actually do joint cast programs, which what it means is that your student applies for a visa and it's valid for 4 years. Yeah, so it's a one visa valid for your foundation year and 3 years of your bachelor. Otherwise, we do separate casts, so every foundation or every year one is just 1 year visa if it's not a joint cast. Okay, and I think Huddersfield is the most affordable university if you look at that way, right? So the programs and the tuition fees is really good. Entry requirements is also very varied. They're not really high, so it's very, very good university in terms of entry and progression. Yeah, so foundation normally you would need to have your good high school grades, and you'll need to have your English, which is usually 4.5 overall, yeah, and minimum 4 in writing and reading. So it's not something that you have a big requirement. Yeah, like if you compare to Aberdeen and medicine, you will need to have like 6 in IELTS or very high grades for that. Yeah, which is a different story for Huddersfield.
Yes. So yes, actually Huddersfield has very, very flexible entry requirements in terms of the IELTS for foundation degree. And students, keep in mind that if you want to have a joint cast letter for Huddersfield Center, you need to have 5.5 in all sections, along with if you want to go for joints. And I think if any international students are getting 5.5 in all sections, does it have to be UK IELTS, or it can be any?
No, not for joint cast. So joint cast does not require UKVI. Yeah, so it can be regular academic IELTS.
Yes. Okay. So if any students are having any academic IELTS, as long as you score 5.5 in all sections, you will be eligible to study for direct joint cast letter with a 4 years degree. So you need to extend the visas. And in terms of the working right, they're getting 20 hours working right for the joint cast letter, if I'm not wrong, Irina.
They even get working rights now for every program, because we as also again the only pathway provider has been ranked with by Office for Students, yeah, which means that we do have these rights for our students to work, and we are sort of being acknowledged as the university. Yeah, so university have usually different rights for your work rights or progression or English, and so do we at the moment. So our students can work now during foundation or year one, normally as a university students. And what is also important here, so if a student studies the pre-master and progress into the master degree, they do not need to go home and retake their IELTS. Yeah, they can just do it on shore here.
Okay.
Because of Office of Students, again, Office of Students. Yeah.
Yes. I think Office of Students has been recognized in last year during one of the programs in London.
Yeah.
It is another plus point. So foundation students would be eligible to get 10 hours of working right. In terms of the students who are coming for joint cast letters, I think as far as I'm aware, it will be around 20 hours work right during term time. So it is a great achievement in terms of the it is a great opportunity for students as well, and also a great achievement for study group to getting this recognition from Office of Students in terms of the course and everything.
And also remember that we have the PSW now, yeah, so it's here, so student can come and work for 2 years. So we have finally gotten this back that was here a few years back, and we didn't have these working rights, but we have them now. So this is also a very good point for your students particularly to come and avail these rights and work and across of many our centers in Kingston and Liverpool, and not only in Huddersfield. They are all there are many great centers. When you graduate, you have actually 90% success of getting a job. Yeah, and this is what we also do. So we are very focused on that. We help our students to get these jobs, and with their degrees they actually are fine, and they get the job within the first 6 months.
Okay, because in terms of the employability, the
employability, yeah.
Yes, so in terms of the employability, study groups centers are well ahead compared to other pathway providers like Kingston, Liverpool, John Moore, and Huddersfield. In terms of the other high-ranked universities. So in terms of the Huddersfield had international year 1 and international foundation year, pre-masters. So any international students who get who has their grades 60%, I think, or above, they'll be eligible to apply for international year 1, Below that, you can go for foundation programs. Keep in mind that either you're coming for foundation, or either you're coming for international year 1 joint cast letter, you are eligible to apply for, you are eligible to work 10 hours or 20 hours respective of the courses. As Irina mentioned, for the pre-masters program, if any international students finish their pre-masters at Huddersfield centers, not only Huddersfield but also others as well, so and you don't need to go back to your home country, you can extend inside the UK. And I think the students who are progressing to the pre-masters to the master, they don't need to retake the English as well. And
no, they don't. Yeah, no.
Yes, their pre-masters program are being accepted as a waiver of the English to the respective courses, depending on the courses, I believe.
Yeah.
So students who want to study Huddersfield, you can check the university website, ISCOSL as well, for the respective programs. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. And let's move on to the another popular university to South Asian and Middle East students is Kingston University, London. Very good reputation in terms of India and Bangladesh, particularly South Asian.
Absolutely, it's very, very popular university. You know, obviously, university is great. It's considered to be London, but it's not obviously a central London. However, in London, you do need to commute minimum 40 minutes anywhere, just even if you're a city center. So it's absolutely fine. Very great place for students, very friendly, and students love it. And it's very popular, as you said, among not only South Asian students, I would say, but it's really popular among many, many students. And this is something that they do. And it has been, for career outcomes, actually, it has been ranked, I believe, 6 years in a row, you know, for, you know, students who will graduate and start up their own companies, and they're really successful. Yeah, so it's about 25 minutes away from central London. We do offer foundation programs there. We do have international year 1 programs, and we do have pre-master. So again, one of the universities that actually does 3 programs into one. And we do have also joint CAS in here. Yeah, so we have international year 1 joint CAS, and we have a pre-master joint CAS program in Kingston.
Yes, so pre-masters program, foundation program, joint CAS letter for students who wants to come for pre-masters and with masters. Keep in mind that students who are coming for pre-masters program, majority of the Kingston University master's program comes with a 1-year work placement. So students, international students who wants to come for who has lower grade and needs to improve their mark, they can do the pre-masters program at Kingston study centers, and they can move on to the master's program. And master program comes with a 1-year work placement. So basically, it is a more or less more than 2.5 years visa. And as soon as if you finish your masters, you can go for graduate entry route, which is work entry route, which is PSW, which has been introduced by the UK government from summer 2021. So it is a great opportunity for particularly Kingston point of view. I like to say is that students getting 1-year placement while studying at Kingston University programs. Along with that, when they are moving to the 2 years program, 2 years PSW, so altogether 3 years, they're getting kind of full-time work right so that they can apply their practical knowledge, theoretical knowledge into practice, get some UK experience, and go back to their home country and start searching new jobs over there as well. And
absolutely.
For international year 1, as we mentioned earlier, that if you have 5.5 in all sections, you are eligible to apply for joint CAS letters at Kingston study centers. If you don't have 5.5, still you can apply for our foundation programs as well. Keep in mind that even if you're coming for foundation program, you don't need to go back to your home country. You can extend your visa for your bachelor degree program inside the UK, and still have the same work right. And in terms of the scholarship, as Irina mentioned, I think Irina, is there these differences in terms of the scholarship that Kingston ISC offers, or is it the same as?
No, it's the similar one. Yes, so it's between 1,500, and Kingston should have I'll just think 3 up to 3.5. I believe that's the maximum we offer at Kingston. Yeah, so 1,500 is the minimum, and 3,500 is the maximum for Kingston as in terms of scholarship.
Yes, so students who want to study at Kingston Study Centres, as it is a London university, it is a great opportunity for international students to study their different programs. And I believe in terms of the scholarships that Irina mentioned, you have eligible to apply for 1,500 to 3,500, depending on your grades of your 12th grade and also your IELTS score. The university is gonna consider your application. So when you are sending your documents to us, let us know that which scholarship you want to apply for, depending on your marks and depending on your grade achieved in your 12th grade, you will be getting up to 3,500. Now, in terms of the sessions, I think we discussed already 2 of your study centers, Huddersfield and Aberdeen and Kingston. All have just September and January sessions, I believe. Is there any middle?
Yes. No, so because these are the programs that start. So foundation will definitely start January, September, and so does the other program. So there is something that sort of basic for these programs. Yeah, they can't start in mid-year, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. So for entry requirements, if I say so, the foundation programs is same as usual across the study centers.
So it's 4.5 minimum in IELTS and 60% or so for the entry
requirements. Okay, let's move on to our next one of the other partners. Actually, I want to discuss about is University of Sheffield. It's one of the highest UK universities. A lot of some of the students from different part of the world, they consider it's one of the top target in terms of their postgraduate or graduate study. And
absolutely, Sheffield is amazing. Yeah.
So if you can say something, please.
Yeah. So the Sheffield is a great university. It's amazing city. It's amazing center. So it's newly built ISC. So for students who go for engineering, architecture, amazing facilities that we offer there. A very friendly city for students. It's a very sort of good city to live in. Cost effective as well, walkable. I love Sheffield. I think this is one of my favorite centers. It's obviously ranked quite well. It's a top 100 university. I think Sheffield is actually being ranked there one of the safest cities as well to be in, but it's beautiful. Russell Group University, as you know, top 3 university for student experience. So that's something that we ranked Sheffield, and it's been ranked for student experience particularly for 7 years in a row. So great opportunities in Sheffield. We do have, again, foundation programs there, and we do have a pre-master programs there. Okay, so we don't have year 1, as I was saying, not everywhere, but yes. With the entry, so foundation year will be 5.0. You'll need to have on your IELTS, and not 4.5. Yes, simply because you have a higher ranked university. So any higher ranked university will have on these lines. And middle rank to lower rank will be 4.5, but higher ones, it's either 5 or 4 or 5.5 for foundation year. We do have dental programs, Bachelor of Dental Surgery in Sheffield, but it's like with medical fields at Aberdeen, it is a limited capped course. Yeah, so you have to get in early if you're interested to be coming for that degree for dentistry. And otherwise, we do business there, and we do engineering programs. So it's both arranged in these directions.
Okay. So, and in terms of the, I think in terms of the English language requirements for particular courses, is it similar to other? Is there any differences between other centers?
So, as I was saying, so if you look at the academic English, so for foundation year, you need to have IELTS 5, so if we were looking for Coventry, Kingston, Liverpool, Huddersfield, they will all need 4.5, so not 5. But simply because, Sheffield is a little bit higher ranked university, they do need higher entry requirements. But that's for foundation. If you look for a pre-master, it's similar across. It's 5.5 in IELTS that we require, with all sub skills as well, but it's 5.5, same as any other university. So I think for Sheffield, if you look at pre-master, and there is also we offer English preparation course. So if somebody does not have, let's say, 5 in foundation, they can always do an ELP course, English for pre-master for foundation, and then English for pre-master. So we do have that as well offered.
Okay. So in terms of so viewers, in terms of Sheffield International Study Centres, as Irina mentioned as well, that it is a very renowned university, top 30 UK university in terms of the ranking wise. In subject wise, they are higher, they're ranked higher depending on the subjects. So International Study Centre at Sheffield provides international foundation year, pre-masters. The foundation year you need 5.0, and for pre-masters 5.5 in all sections. For pre-master students, if you are getting a bit lower grade, there is a English preparation course for you, and that can help you to improve your existing English grade that you have. And in terms of the scholarship, it is similar to other studies up to 4,500, or are there any differences?
For Sheffield, the maximum is actually 3.5 for Sheffield. Also, yeah, like we had Kingston.
Okay, so Sheffield viewers,
actually 3,000. Sorry, not 3.5, but 3,000 here.
3,000 pounds.
So maximum, yeah.
Maximum, okay.
And remember that scholarships are valid for 2 weeks only. So if you simply because as you said, it's a first come first serve basis. So if a student applies and application doesn't cost a thing, but if you would like to hold your space and confirm, especially now, and that's what many students done, so you'll need to pay this, at least the first confirmation deposit, to confirm the place, and avail that scholarship, because from the scholarship, when it's rewarded, then it will be valid for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so students and viewers, it is any scholarship you are getting to any of our centers at study group, the scholarships are available up to 2 weeks. So as soon as you're getting your scholarship, make sure that you secure it as soon as possible by paying any lump sum deposit amount, and make sure that when you are sending your tuition fees through online, make sure that you are you're clicking the right study centers. What actually happened, one of my other students, instead of paying Huddersfield, he paid to Coventry University, because when they went to the payment portal, their parents was confused. So the Coventry came first, and then Huddersfield. So that's why I had to actually ask the standards to transfer the money from Coventry to Huddersfield, and it
is not a problem really. Yeah, we can do that. Of course, we would like to avoid that, because then it creates delays and everything. It is possible, yes, money will be transferred, but it just creates unnecessary delay. So, but it's easier, we don't have that, because once you get the offer letter, there is a secure link on that offer letter on page 5 or 6, depends on the offer letter, how it's big or small, issued, and you just follow that link, and you can't make an error, because once you follow that link, your name comes up and all the fees are actually mentioned there. So you just click through and say, yes, this is the amount I want to pay, or no, this is not the amount I want to pay. So this is something that will definitely be avoided once you follow through that.
Yes. So students, as we mentioned about Sheffield, we have foundation programs, the master's program, up to £3,000 scholarship first come first serve basis, because it is a high ranked university. A lot of students want to study there, so feel free to go to the university website and see what course you want to study for University of Sheffield, and let us know if you want to know any particular courses, or if you have anything in your mind. And we can move on to our next university partner. I think another university partner is University of Surrey. We are getting we're getting good response from Surrey University in terms of India and other part of the world. So if you can say something about Surrey Study Centre, please.
Oh, fantastic! So is that I didn't realize that it's a popular location, but obviously it has to be, because that's a fantastic university. South of the UK, 40 minutes, maybe not 40 minutes from London, but I think around that lines. University of Surrey is top 10 in the UK, actually ranked for one of the best places to be. Yeah, so it's engineering focused, but they do have other programs. And as I was saying about the progression and about the employability, so actually 95% of Surrey graduates get the jobs, like a guarantee placement within 6 months of their graduation. So I think this is amazing. Surrey does have good links with employers. Yeah, so about I believe 2,500 employers are linked to Surrey So it's one of the most convertible university. Yeah, so it's very professional, very highly ranked. It's a top 20 university, you know, if you look at the whole rankings. But you have to remember, UK does have many different tables. Yeah, so we have Times ranking, we have Guardian, we have any other QS. So there are many rankings, and there are also subject rankings. But I think Surrey is one of these engineering fantastic universities that is very well known and very well ranked. And we do here, so we do offer foundation program here, and we do pre-master. Again, no year one for now.
Okay. Okay, so I think in terms of the Surrey, there is another thing is like hotel management and hospitality management, which is another key program at Surrey University. I think it's top 3 or top 4 in terms of the hotel management course as well.
Absolutely. So they, you know, with us, as I was saying, so it's different pathways that we do. So Surrey does with us, yeah, as a foundation provider, for instance, we do business, we do law, we do social sciences, we do engineering as the other route, and we do have also life sciences. So it's sort of you know, biologies here, for instance, yeah, like if you look at the life sciences. So there is something that every university provides extra. So you have biomedical sciences, you have some sort of nutrition. So it's not only engineering, there are pathways and subjects that we offer within each sort of center. Yeah, so not to just focus on engineering. Surrey is really broad, but it's also depending on what we actually have with the university as a progression wise.
Yes. So, and in terms of the entry requirements, is there any changes particular to Surrey, or is it similar?
Surrey will be the same as Sheffield. They are in the same league of programs. Yes, so the entry here are same. So 5 in IELTS will be. And you know, you need to have on your 12, yeah, you have to have 65% on your year 12, yeah. So as a GPA has to be with that regard. So for Sheffield, Surrey, Sussex, all of these, the similar ranked universities, they will all have similar entry requirements as well.
Yes. Okay. So students and viewers, the entry requirements for the foundation program is 65% in your 12th grade. And if you want to have a business foundation and want to have a direct entry, you need 5.5 overall, minimum 5.0 in all subjects. And if you want to study engineering and physical sciences, you can go for 5.0 overall, no less than 5.0 in any sections. And for life science is 5.5 overall and 5.0 in all sections. However, if your English grade is low, and you can apply for 1 semester English language program, and if your English grade is 4.5, you're also eligible to apply for 2 semesters English language program as well, along with your foundation course. Keep in mind
absolutely, yeah.
Keep in mind that these foundation programs, you will get a same work right and throughout the other centers that have been provided. There is no international year 1 for Surrey, same as Sheffield and other top ranked ISC providers by study group. And along with that, we have pre-masters program as well. So in terms of the pre-masters, it's 6.0 overall for 1 semester. For 2 semesters, 5.5 in terms of the IELTS requirement, and no less than 6.0. So I think in terms of the English language requirement for pre-masters, Surrey, Sheffield, their requirement is a bit higher compared to other ISCs.
Yeah.
And does students
again related to the ranking? Yeah. So these are sort of in their fields. Yeah. So they are these universities that way.
Okay. And secondary thing is that does the students who want to study their pre-masters program at these ISC centers like Sheffield, Surrey, Sussex, does they need to finish as soon as they finish the pre-masters? If they want to go to master, they don't need to do English again. If I'm not wrong.
Yes, they don't. Yeah.
Okay,
so you know, I mean, they are not different. Yeah. So there are 1 semester pre-masters normally, or 2 semesters. Usually it's 2 semester or even 3 semester pre-master. So it depends on what you choose. So particularly for Surrey and Sheffield, as we were talking about, they still need a cross. It's the same 5.5 in IELTS. Yeah. So when they do in this 2 semester program, but if you want a smaller sort of pre-master, like Sheffield offer 2 times pre-master in March. Yes. So this is something the visa which you have less than 6 months, and you can do SPV visa and etc. It will be that's why it gets high entry requirements. Yeah, so for Surrey, 1 term, for instance, is 6.0, and 5.5 is a 2 term, so it's across the normal requirement now. And you do not need to retake your IELTS after you graduate for that and progress.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for the P-Masters program, is it a joint cast letter as well, or is it a single cast for Surrey? And
No,
Sheffield?
for Surrey, it's a single cast. Yeah.
Okay. So Surrey, Surrey, Sheffield, these IC providers, the P-Master is
Single cast.
because you need a particular grade if you want to move on to the next available course. And let's move on to, and in terms of the scholarship, same as usual, up to £3,000 scholarship available from 1,500, if I'm wrong.
Surrey does up to, they used to do up to £5,000.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm not sure whether this is still available. But the minimum will be 1,500, then goes up to 3,500. And as we used to have 5,000, so I can't say whether this is still there or not.
Okay, so students.
Yeah, it's best to try when you apply, and if you really have a strong applicant and strong case, you can always put up to 5,000 there and see if that's going to be approved or not.
Approved. Okay. So students want to study Surrey study centers for the foundation program. Particularly, the foundation program is quite interesting for the students from South Asian market point of view. You can apply for up to £5,000 scholarship depending on the availability, depending on first term basis. And university will let us know that whether you're eligible for up to 5,000 or not. But rest assured that you'll get minimum 1,500 scholarship for next upcoming sections from September 2020 and January 2021. We can move into our next, quite popular, I should say, Liverpool John Moore University, depending of the courses, because it is a centers where they have joint cast letter for P-Masters, joint cast letter for international year one,
yeah,
foundation program. And most interestingly, for Liverpool John Moore, there is May session, which is quite unusual compared to other centers that they have. So students missing January session, they can move into the May session to finish the P-Masters, and from September onwards or January onwards, they can start their main course, which is their MSc or MBA, whatever course they want to go for. So if you can say something about Liverpool John Moore, please.
Definitely. Liverpool John Moore is really good university, amazing city. I think Liverpool is also one of the best to be in. Very vibrant for students, for people. They're very good, sort of. It's like, for football fans, as you know, it's a fourth largest city in the UK. Yeah, so it's a great place to be. Very good facilities and accommodation-wise as well. They're very strong in, again, engineering is one of them, obviously sports and science and architecture, and some sort of hospitality as well that they do. And it has been ranked for a few years now as University of the Year. So Liverpool is definitely something to consider for students with access, as you said, that we offer foundation year ones and joint courses there and a pre-master. So there are all programs that are offered there, with quite a few progression availabilities, yes, like business and engineering, computer and life sciences and law and social sciences. So there are various things to choose from and intakes, yeah. So it's very, very flexible entry and lots of things that students can actually add to and get it.
Okay, and I think in terms of the international foundation year, international year one, they have another program which is quite, I think, it's for those students who has very low grade, similar to Bellaby's, is a pre-foundation. Here there is another program called Internet Extended Foundation, so which is quite unique compared to other providers, I believe.
Definitely unique. It's a 3-term program, as you said, for students who may not have the exact grades, or maybe they need a little bit more study. Yeah, so IELTS is still the same. It's 4.5 for IELTS here, but it's something that gives them even better preparation for students. Yeah, so it's a 3-semester, each semester has like 3 months in it. Yeah, so 9 months program, and it's only September start because it's an extended. It has to match so they can graduate in August and start their degree in September again.
Okay. And dear viewers and students, as you mentioned, they have international year 1. So you can go for, if you have 5.5, overall individual 5.5, you can go for a foundation year leading to the bachelor degree, and pre-master's program as well, a pre-master's to leading to master degree, and starting from May session along with the January sessions as well. Now, in terms of the scholarship, I believe it's the same as 1,500 to up to 3,500, depending
up to 3,000. So it was before a different amount, but now it's 3,000 is the maximum for Liverpool John Moores.
Okay, and I think Liverpool is a city for Liverpool fans as well, who own the Premier League.
Definitely.
So a lot of international students will be interested to come in this city and study there as well. So students who are Liverpool fans, you feel free to study at Liverpool John Moore University. You can go to the particular ISC centers. If you have any particular question in mind, you can feel free to send us email through WhatsApp Messenger or through Facebook Messenger as well. And in terms of, I think, in terms of the IELTS requirement for the pre-masters, it is 5.5 overall, eligible 5.5 as well. Yep. So, and let's move on. I will have some, we're getting some questions from the student regarding the English requirement. So I'm going to go through just later on as soon as I finish discussion with the with our ISC centers.
Sure.
Let's move on to Coventry. Coventry University is London campus that we are referring to. So that means the center is in London, not in Coventry. And we have foundation program, international year 1, pre-masters, and also we have, yes, international year 1 foundation and pre-masters. The entry requirements are similar to the previous one. And can you say something about this center, please, Irina?
Yeah, extremely good university, very popular. I think Coventry is, as you said, it's a based in London campus, and actually depends where the students choose their progression. Yes, so some programs do take you to Coventry main campus, and the majority are in London campus. Yeah, but this is something that students would always choose because it's obviously a city. University is ranked 12 by the Guardian University. Yeah, so it's a good ranking as well. It's a guaranteed, again, work experience opportunities, because they are so close to this business sort of opportunities there in London. There are some employers like Jaguar or Lloyds Banking Group. They are sort of have guaranteed jobs already for students. It's been ranked also for a few years as top 4 for student experience, which is really good. And it's located in Greenwich area, so it's not super central, but it's also about 25 minutes from the city center. Good university, very popular, as you say. There are many programs that are sort of tick the box. Yeah, so we've got foundation year 1 and a pre-master, so all of them again are available for students, and fees are affordable as well. Yeah, so it's not something, even if you're in London, you still have a good fee to go by.
Okay, so students who wants to study at Coventry study centers, we have foundation year, international year 1, and also the pre-masters. I think international year 1 is not joint cast here in this case.
No, it's not.
Okay, and in terms of the scholarship, up to 3,500, I believe. If I'm wrong, Irina.
Coventry is yes, up to 3.5. Yes.
Up to 3,500, and as soon as you finish your pre-masters qualification, you're eligible to extend inside the country. There's a Coventry London campus as well. They can go for their respective master's program. Similar applies to the bachelor program as well. They are depending on the courses available to London campus. You can feel free to extend inside the country and go for your respective courses. And we can move into our next study centers, which is Kiel University. We're getting some queries about Kiel University from Pakistani applicant. I don't know why. Somehow it is quite popular in terms of Pakistani students.
We actually have finished with Kiel. So Kiel's last intake was September. So yeah, we no longer have that center, I'm afraid. And I just wanted to ask one thing about Huddersfield, because we didn't touch upon that. So we will have, as we would not able to launch that because it was literally in March and even before that, and then COVID hit us. So we will have a direct master program in Huddersfield London Centre. Now it will be located as well as the Coventry. So it's basically Bellaby Centre, the Greenwich area. And it will be direct master program that offered by University of Huddersfield. Yeah, so like we have ISC based in Huddersfield City, so we will have the Huddersfield ISC for direct master program for students, and it will be taught out of London. But as I'm saying, we were not able to launch it. We will literally get all the materials. We had everything ready, but then we couldn't do it, yeah, because the COVID was already there, and we had to shut everything down. But it will. The first intake is in January 2021, and yeah, that's going to be something, I believe, for your students to go direct for masters as an opportunity.
Yes. So Huddersfield, as Irina mentioned, Huddersfield will have a London study center as well. You can study direct master's program through our London centers, London ISCs. There will be, I think, as far the website said according to their last update, there will be a couple of courses in terms of business, accounting, and finance as well. So feel free to send your questions to us, viewers. If you want to know more about this, we're going to send it to you. My Indian colleague Subhash is about to leave. Subhash, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Subhash, if you're leaving, if you can say something about our Indian students.
Hi, Indian teams. If anything is basically we are looking for the September intake for other and upcoming for the January intake as well. If anything queries there, you can ask in our Facebook live comment area also. And Milton is there for answer, and Rani is also there for any questions you have to ask. Okay. So, and other than you can visit our office, and you can call me anytime in India, so I can give you the sufficient answers for any other question. Okay.
Okay, Subhash, thank you for.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye bye.
So Irina, let's move on. We're talking about the Huddersfield session, Huddersfield study center that is available to London. I think, is it going to be January, or what do you think? Is it going to be?
It's going to be January. Yes, January intake. That's the first intake that's going to take place. Yeah.
Okay. And so it was my misinformation. Kiel University is not with study group anymore.
Yeah.
And so let's move on to the other providers. University of Lincoln. I was actually, one of the students was asking about University of Lincoln, and I told him yes, it's available as well. So in terms of Lincoln, what do you like to say, Irina?
Lincoln is it's a great, again, sort of engineering focus. You know, they cooperate with Siemens, yeah, so they have all on campus. It was actually one of my first universities I've ever visited 10 years ago, yeah, when I started. It's rated very highly in terms of teaching quality for students, yeah, so it's top 10 in that. So students are really sort of loving it in that manner, and it also has very good graduate outcomes, again, for employability. It's again ranked 95% that the students get come out of Lincoln. Good city, it's very friendly as well. But you know, media is a program that they offer as well, which is popular, but otherwise it's engineering, media, and sort of business as well on that side. Yeah, historic city, very well done, and very interesting, and students are really liking it, and it's extremely flexible if we look at the entry requirements. So they don't have a pre-master, they do a foundation in year one, and you know, they have an October entry. So we have also September intake, but we also have October intake. So this is in terms of flexibility as what we do, and of course January, you know, if you look at these options. So it's one of the most flexible universities that we do in terms of entry requirements as well.
Okay. So in terms of the entry requirements, I think if your grade is around 55% or 50%, even you can apply for the international year one, and also below 50%, you can apply for the foundation programs. Depending on IELTS score, you're eligible to apply for the pre-session English course that is available to the university. I think in terms of the foundation program, the IELTS requirement is 4.5, which is quite flexible. And you have January, you have September, you have October intake. Along with that, you have January sessions as well. In terms of the international year one, and the requirement is 3 terms, is 5.0. For September, you have January session, you have October entry as well for 3.5 terms.
Year one, yeah.
Year one as well.
Yeah,
and in terms of the scholarship, it is similar to others, up to 3,500?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the similar one, yeah.
Yeah, so 3,500 scholarship available to students for international students who want to study at Lincoln. And I think for international year 1 is a single cast, not a joint cast.
Yes.
Okay.
Not a joint cast, no.
Okay, so Lincoln University has a single cast letters. So but in terms of the entry requirements flexibility, in terms of entry requirement for IELTS, and also the intakes available they have, it is a quite good options for students who want to study their foundation and international year 1. Let's move on to let's have a overall discussion for a couple of the centers like Lancaster. We have university for study group. We have other universities like top ranked university, University of Leeds, Lancaster University, Leeds University. We have another university like Royal Holloway, you can say that, and
Sussex, Strathclyde, that we didn't speak about. They're all in the similar league, so they're top 20 to 25 to 30 universities, and then it depends on the location where the students want to be. So Leeds University is a very top university, top 10 university, top 100 in the world again. Russell Group, they are ranked top 3 in architecture. If you look at, because we have both Leeds, we have Leeds Beckett, which is a little bit lower ranking, and we have University of Leeds. Fantastic universities, both of them. Lancaster in the similar grade, also higher research university. That's the one. The Lancaster is more of a research university. Durham University, we didn't speak about one of our newest additions as well. It's top 100 in the world and top 5 in the UK, so it's very highly ranked. Obviously, Durham is Durham, and Durham does offer various programs, foundation and pre-master as well. So these are sort of top choices, and then Royal Holloway is again in London. So as you saw, we have in London Coventry, Kingston, Royal Holloway is the 3 centers that we offer London education. And then what else did we skip? Sheffield we spoke about, Surrey and Sussex. And Sussex obviously is one of the greatest campuses as well. Massive campus, good university, close to the beach, consistently top ranked. So it's sort of top 150 universities for 8 years running, in terms of how everything is proposed to the students and taught, and it's very, very famous university altogether. And Strathclyde, another one in Scotland that we have close to Aberdeen. So top 50 university, very good ranking as well. They have strong accounting and finance. So there are actually Strathclyde does lots of subjects that are highly ranked. So I think they about 20 or 25 subjects that are ranked in top 25. And it's in Glasgow. So top universities, I was saying, we have a sort of wide portfolio of available universities that we work with. And
I think one of the university you have only, so study group universities covers all over the UK, Scotland, Aberdeen, Strathclyde, and you have Cardiff University in Wales, which is under top ranked UK universities as well.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
And, can you?
No. Cardiff is one of our newest additions actually. So from last year, that's what we have, the Cardiff when we've added that, and it's a very popular thing already. So I think it's smashed in terms of the programs. We do have foundation program in Cardiff, so there is nothing yet added because we literally just launched it, but it's already proven to be very, very good. September and January entry, it's again the same. Entry requirements are similar, 5, and we do have more of a sort of humanities there, so law, psychology, that sort of modules that we would do progression degrees. There is also business offered, and there is also engineering, so it's a little bit broadened up, but it's our first intake that we had with Cardiff, and the Cardiff actually has as well dentistry available. Dentistry is a program. So we also have dentistry, medicine, but remember that it's social and life sciences program, biological sciences, and these medical or dental programs, they already capped. So you have to get in early into here.
Along with Aberdeen, the
pharmacy as well.
Cardiff also has life science courses, which is very attractive to the international students. We're getting some questions, and
please,
one of the students is asking about whether the English requirements for along with IELTS, what are the English qualifications you accept? Because of the pandemic situation, there are a lot of English courses are coming up, like Pearson, Duolingo, and Internet English Test. So, what is the options the study group giving to the students?
So currently, as you know, we didn't go through that yet, but I think maybe it's about time. Currently, we still do not know, and I'm going to go through a little bit into this, whether we will start online or face-to-face. Okay, so at the moment, any student who has applied already for September intake and who have confirmed the place, they did not necessarily need to do UKVI IELTS. They can do now Duolingo, as you said. They can do IELTS indicator. They can do Pearson. And Pearson Academic now UKVI obviously is required for the visa, one of the 4 that are acceptable, but this is something that we didn't have that before. So, you know, like Duolingo or password test or language certificate and IELTS indicator you can do online. So these are the ones that the students are currently giving out, because obviously if the IELTS center is closed, you can't do them. Now, in terms of when, because we have, that's another announcement, we have started issuing classes from today for the programs. So for those, yes, you will still need to do UKVI IELTS if you don't have, or you can do Pearson, UKVI PTE, or you can do language certificate, and you can do Cambridge. Yeah, so that is something that is acceptable for visa.
Okay, so in terms of the Duolingo and other IELTS indicators, that the decision has not been done yet whether you're going to accept it for the foundation course, if I'm not wrong.
No, you do accept them, but it's like for online start. If, let's say, we can't for 1% come face to face, right, and start our courses in September, which we still don't know. So I think everything at the moment is like that we do start online. Everything is coming to that. You know, there are a few universities that are already open and they welcome the students and they absolutely don't want to. But let's say, you know, in one of the countries, students can still not fly, or here are not available flights, or, you know, parents are hesitant. So we will have that online options for students to start, simply because we don't want them to lose that intake. Yeah, we don't want them to defer in January and have a study gap or something like that. Yeah, so we will have in place an opportunity for them to start that semester or a couple of weeks online and then continue whenever possible face to face. That's sort of the current arrangement, but obviously we are all hoping that we can have proper face-to-face start in September. And for these arrangements at the moment, when you apply now, and if you have like Duolingo or any of these online tests, which you can do, they will be accepted. You will get unconditional offer. However, for the visa, still, you will still need to do those 4. Yeah, so either Trinity or language certificate or Pearson or IELTS UKVI. So there are 4. You remember we used to have only UKVI available. That's all. But now the UKVI has added 3 more tests that are applicable for visa.
Okay. Now for the students who want to apply for joint cast letter, I think you're still eligible to, because university have the option to assess it by themselves, whether they will accept it or anything. For joint cast letter, I think you still can accept IELTS indicators, Duolingo.
You still can, yes. So for joint classes, it doesn't apply. So joint classes can do, you know, academic, English, non-UKVI, etc. So that, because it's a university entry requirement, yeah, they even, as you said, they do their own language tests.
Okay. Now, is there any chance for students taking your own online English test that some other pathway providers are started to do? Is there anything in your plan in mind?
So we have, for some programs, you know, we can always assess internally, like Belabis can do that, or like some centers can do that, but it still will not help you in terms of getting the visa. Yeah. So you have to always remember that even if we accept you now, because we can, because it's an online program, let's say it's an online start, and why not? But once it comes to the visa, you will still have to retake and take the proper test. So you just have to think whether you want to do it twice, if at all.
Okay, so viewers, as you are mentioning that, we are very optimistic of regarding the September session, because in terms of the COVID update, UK already been overcome quite a bit in last 1 month. According to the updates, the universities are opening their admissions, issuing the cast letters from now on. So in terms of the study group point of view, we started issuing cast from today. And so we're very optimistic for going for September session in classroom based. In worst case scenario, you may be able to do online courses for the first semester. Then as soon as the situation get okay, you can apply for the visas. So depending on the countries you are coming for, depending on the situations, we actually, the university and study centers are also reviewing the situations. So hopefully we are very optimistic the September session will run. And in terms of these other questions about for students who fail to do September sessions, for example, they paid the fees, but they attended the class interviews. I'm talking about basically Bangladesh and India, where the peak COVID-19 situation is quite peak now. So they may restrict the lockdown a bit further. For example, I think India is up to 15 now. In Bangladesh,
absolutely,
they're actually assessing the situation. So if any student pay the fees, attend the interviews, but later on they've seen that they fail to come to apply for the visas as well. So on those cases, will they able to transfer the course from September to January without any further cost?
Yes, absolutely, yes. So the refund, either you want to refund, but no, you can definitely either refund or defer your course. There is no cost involved. What we would like to also say, I don't know if you're familiar with that, so we have something in play which is called Prepare for Success.
Yeah,
this is something what we offer for our students who have already confirmed or can still think about confirming their places. Let's say they've applied and they'll need to confirm and pay, first year fee. It's 100 free hours course to join the virtual platform. So for students who would like to explore what is that we offer, how are live classes looking like, because there will be live classes, there will be pre-recorded classes, there will be all these sort of things that we might teach or start teaching online. So this is something that like a free trial round for students, 100 hours that we would like them to do. So if anybody is interested and if anybody is not sure yet whether they want to come online or come in September, they're hesitant, they don't know what's going on. So I would really urge to try that thing, that platform, simply because it will give you the idea what is it about. And we have many students, thousands in fact, who joined that and they said, listen, this is not even different from face-to-face. Of course there is a different social aspect of that, but if we can't have that aspect, it's better than nothing. So you still have a virtual place where you meet your colleagues and your students and fellow students, which you can know. And what happens is that once you confirm your place, if you can, make this payment, for confirmation first and then first year fee, you will get the access to that platform. And the next course starts in 20th of July because the one has started already. First one was 20th of June. Next one is in July. And then once you start, you will have 21 days to try out that platform. If you say that, this is probably not for me, I'm not getting the same vibe, or maybe it's not really of my interest, we will refund you all the money, including the deposit. So it's risk-free. Either you will want to defer it, or you will want to maybe, as you said, defer to January course, or maybe you will just want to say, this is not for me, I really want to start face-to-face, I really want to wait until everything finishes. So this is an option, I think, for all the hesitant students there, or the parents, where they can see and assess, and it doesn't cost you. I know that you first have to pay and assess, but it's 21-day risk-free refunds.
Okay, this is a very good opportunity for students who are hesitating due to the fact that whether they want to go for online, whether face-to-face there'll be a big differences between face-to-face and online. So as Irina mentioned, that you have a 21 days free risk-free sessions available on online as soon as you confirm your place. If you don't like it, you can apply for the refund, or you can go for deferral for the next available sessions as well. Viewers and our respective students, we are actually nearly finishing our sessions today. As a study group, we discussed our different university partners from Belarus to Aberdeen to Cardiff to Coventry, Durham's. There are a lot of university foundations, international year 1 pre-master's programs available. The entry requirements are varying from 6.0 to 5.5 to 4.5, depending on the courses you're coming for. We have scholarship available up to 1,500 to 5,000, depending on the centers. And just to let you know that the scholarships are first come, first serve basis. So students who want to study for next available sessions, even if you want to study for January session, you can start sending your documents to us. And I'd like to thank you, Irina, for joining our sessions today and discuss about different study centers and also the COVID-19 situations. So at the end of the sessions, if you can give your closing speech and also say something to our students who are watching this live session today.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for having me. I hope that it was useful for you. And if you have any questions, just let me know or come back to you or to myself. I will be happy to answer. We most certainly are, making all the preparations to come back safely, whenever it can be done. And I think there is no hesitancy, as the country has been trying to open up, and we've opened up with the stores and everything else. And I think tomorrow everything else is literally opening, all the shops and other shops and pubs and whatnot. So I think we are going towards that. But of course, if you are still hesitant, please try out this Prepare for Success platform, and I think it will give you a better idea. But we would hate to see that you are losing, half a year or 6 months or 3 months for your course, when you really can get a best education there is possible. As you saw from the portfolio we hold, and from universities that we work with, and from the programs we offer, I think there is everything that you would always dream about. And there is no need to wait for that to happen. You can just do it now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Irina, for attending our sessions today. And hopefully we'll have another sessions in the near future time if the situation doesn't improve. And thank you very much. So respective students, this is the end of our sessions today. And thank you very much, Irina, for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.
So viewers, this is the end of our sessions today. We've invited one of our other key partners, a study group who has several partners around the UK. Along with they have partnered in USA and in other part of the world. Today we discussed only the UK partner universities, and we have universities like top ranked Surrey, Sussex, Sheffield, Strathclyde, Cardiff in Wales. And we discussed about the entry requirements. Along with that, we discussed about the scholarship options available next September 2020 and January 2021 sessions. So if any interested students who wants to study at their study centers, they can feel free to go to the respective website. If any students who was not being able to attend the sessions, you can go through our respective university, respective pages and go for the full sessions again. We have our next session available next week with Liverpool John Moore University. Till then, stay safe. And if you have any questions in mind, you can still email us at info@hhglobal.edu.co.uk. Along with that, our WhatsApp number is there. You can go to our respective country page. For Bangladesh students, you can go to our H&H Global Bangladesh. For Indian students, H&H Global India and H&H Global Ahmedabad. For Pakistani students and Moroccan students, we have a respective page as well. You can send us our WhatsApp. You can send your questions through WhatsApp Messenger. And so see you soon to our next available sessions next week. Till then, take care. Bye.